there's that blink. So that's working great. Hey everyone, welcome to this episode of Think, Learn, Do. For this episode, we're going to be finishing up our garage door open detector. Here's my circuit board I made up. You can see here, this is where we're going to mount our ESP8266. And underneath that, we're going to have that little tiny Holtec chip there. That's where we're going to put our HT68F001. And then over here we've got our voltage regulator that's going to control the ESP8266. We've got some capacitors to smooth out the voltage. And then here's our voltage regulator that's going to provide power to our HT68F001. And this is where we're going to hook up our power. These two little pinholes right here. And then this is where our tilt sensor is going to go. It's going to look something like that. That's going to be a fun board to assemble. And here's our power supply, and with AA batteries. I'm hoping I get about a year's run out of those batteries. We'll see. And then here's the container I picked up off Mouser. It's about $4. Which seemed like a pretty good deal. I think I'm going to have this mounted actually on the lid. And this will actually sit up against the garage door. It goes up and down. This is going to be, I'm going to mount it here. Thankfully the holes matched up. And then my power is going to be somewhere down here. Or like so. I'm not really sure. It doesn't matter too much. And so the screws will hold this board in, and then I'll probably just have some double-sided tape or something to hold this onto the lid. Let's get this assembled. Alright, I've got my Holtec on there. So next I think I'm going to do the power circuit. I'm going to be putting in the voltage regulator here. I'll just put in all these capacitors now. And then probably hook up our power. Let's try that. Conveniently enough, my silk screen does match up with my pinout on here, so you can see they kind of fit in just how they're supposed to, with the flat edge towards this side of the board. So that's handy. Okay, time for some capacitors. When putting this on, see it's got this white leg, or this leg that has this white marking on it. That's the negative leg. You can also tell that it's shorter. So with our board, these are set up as you can see. Eventually, maybe you can see that the white here is marked on the board. So that's where we're going to put our negative side, or the short side. Something like that. Alright, let's go ahead and put in our next voltage regulator. This is the one that's going to be powering the whole ESP8266. Now, according to the data sheet, with my voltage regulator laying like this furthest most pin is my enable or shutdown pin. From what I know on my circuit board, that's going to be this pin right here, the farthest left looking pin here. So it should just sit in something like that. It's not pretty, but it should work. So I guess next up, we can go and put our headers in for the ESP8266. Something like that. then we can put power and tilt switch, and we'll be ready to test it out. Okay, headers are on. Okay, so bottom here, the square pad is going to be positive. The top one, the round pad, is going to be negative. Nice thing with the tilt switch is it doesn't matter which way you put it, so any way will work. Okay, I guess that's close enough. Okay, then our garage door opens. And that's what we expect. So I'm getting, it's turned on the voltage regulator for the ESP. We're getting voltage on this pin, which should turn the ESP on. So let's go ahead and try it out with the full setup. Alright, it's mounted on my garage door. I ended up using some Scotch mounting tape. But kind of like this. Supposedly holds a pound or something. It feels pretty sturdy. We'll see how it holds up. And then a couple of things I messed up on here. These screw holes were actually too big on my circuit board, so the screws would pull through. So I actually ended up putting some washers on there to keep it from falling out, but it seems pretty sturdy now. And I also wish I would have cut some of this off. It's kind of a mess in there. There's plenty in there. But it looks like it'll work, so let's try it out. Alright, so what's going to happen is I'm going to open the garage door up just a little bit, enough for this ball on our tilt switch to fall down, and open up that contact, and then we'll see our LED on the ESP8266 turn on to show that it's on. It'll blink, and then we'll know that it's doing whatever it needs to do to send that message. There's that blink, so that's working great. And when this is all ready to be sealed up, it's going to look something like that, which I think looks a lot better than the tape on the wall kind of look. So all in all, I'm pretty happy with how that turned out. I think this is going to work for me. There's definitely some things I want to change on this circuit board. I'll probably next time fix these holes so I don't have to use the washers. Maybe make it the circuit board actually fill the whole thing. I don't know. It seems pretty sturdy, but it'd probably look cooler, or at least more professional if it was extended the whole way. But other than that, I'm really happy with it, and I'll let you guys know if it actually makes it a year on these batteries. So, thanks for watching.